Fight!
So, Nick, could you tell us what was Richard like before the accident?
Oh, yeah, Richard was always such a sweet kid, you know. He liked to read books, loves going to school, play with friends, you know. He was a great kid.
And how has the accident affected his life?
Well, you know, since that day down in Derek's house, they're playing video games. I guess he hasn't been the same since. He's just been emotionally unattached, you know. It's just really hard on all of us, you know.
So, Derek, could you talk me through the events on the day of the accident?
Yeah, so Richie called me up and he said I had this new way of playing games and that you could play any game from any console ever. So he said I had to come check it out, and I just thought it was going to be like a normal day or something, but it just ended up being a disaster. We were playing a game, and then all of a sudden the game just cut off, just stopped working, and he went to try to fix it, and then all of a sudden he just got electric shock and he just passed out on the ground.
So how did you react?
I kind of panicked. I didn't know what to do. Like I just went over to him straight away and just started shaking him, trying to wake him up. I thought he was dead or something. So I started calling an ambulance, and then all of a sudden I turned around and he started getting up, and I thought he was okay, but then he just seemed different or something. And then all of a sudden he just attacked me. He just came at me and started attacking me.
Oh, so how did you react?
I just tried to defend myself, and I managed to pin him down and just get him to control himself.
Did he say anything?
He just mentioned something about trying to finish a game or trying to finish a level or something. I didn't understand at the time.
Interesting. So, Doctor, could you explain his condition to us, please?
Well, when Richard got shocked by the PlayStation, it turned out that he came down with a rare case of parthenogenesis. It basically means that his alimentary canal does not allow his Phil Collins to get through to his anthozones. It is so rare, this illness, that there's only one recorded case in history. There are similar cases to it, but none this bad. Basically, he just thinks he's in a computer game all the time. It is also impossible for anyone in the outside world to get through to him. There's no hope in having a conversation with him or interacting with him in any way.
And how has Richard's unfortunate situation, affected your own life?
Well, my wife, she's worried sick, you know, as am I. We really thought that there was no hope for us, you know, but Dr. Suzuki contacted us, and we're hoping there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it's getting really hard. I guess what I'm trying to say is I want my son back, you know. I want my son back.
Well, I got in contact with the Nixons through a letter. I have a copy of it here. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Nixon, I read an article about your son Richard's predicament in the newspaper a few weeks back. I feel that I could help you in your quest to find a cure for Richard. I have some experience in this field through the work with Hank Sullivan, whilst helping him to realise he was in fact not a pencil case or any form of housing for stationery. I hope to hear from you soon. Yours faithfully, Dr. Suzuki.
Okay, Doctor. How did you first go about combating the condition?
Well, first we did a full physical assessment just to see how he was doing. And then we checked his dopamine levels and his testosterone levels. We also then checked for any brain damage caused by the trauma of the shock. From our test results, well, from these test results, we were then able to synthesize a number of drugs. Although a number of these drugs worked fairly well, they almost worked too well and caused large imagination loss. It was completely gone, basically. I can hopefully say that it's not all doom and gloom. With the progress that we've made over the past couple of weeks, it is clear that we will soon be able to synthesize some form of fix for his situation. We've put him on a new set of drugs, and hopefully in the next 6 months we will see the effect.